45 minutes left in the trading session. Welcome back to the close. Glad you're joining us this afternoon. Let's have a look at where things stand at this point. That's Neil and Sean. Let's get a look at the markets if we can there, Robbie. There we go. That's better. Yeah, negative. The entire market has gone negative on the day. 0.4% for the S&P. 0.1 still to the upside for the Dow. You can see NASDAQ leading the way, 1.3. The TSX here in Toronto still in negative territory. Brazil holding on to gains. Look at Bitcoin lower. Who cares about that? Coinbase opened, guys.
It did?
What? No. What we talking? What is it? Coinbase?
What? Nah, we're playing around. You guys know that if you've been following us on Twitter, you know what's good. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the quickest and the fastest 45 minutes on YouTube, starting now, 3:15. Let's get going, guys. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for coming back. You enjoy the morning show. Hopefully you enjoy the evening show. Look at NASDAQ rallying back right here. Coinbase, 381. It finally opened. 125. It took a while to open, and once it did, it was profit time. We went long there. We took it out right away in the first 30 seconds or so, for which seems small now, $6 or $7, 381. Then we took the 400 break, took another piece out, 405, and then we held, man. This was the big one for us, where we were like, okay, now we're walking all the way to 425, 430. We waited. This was greed. I say, what's up, Jillian? You did a good job with your trade. I saw that on Twitter as well. But I waited for 420 to break back downside. I mean, what if this thing went, Neil, 430, 450? Who knew? But it comes back down. We get out. And then the shorts started happening. Yeah. For me, we went first short 384. We saw 385 was holding. Then we went short the IPO price. Cover, and then I thought I was doing pretty good over here, covering for $17 or $18 off of this 360 level. But look what happened since. Puke City down to 309 downside for this name, but Coinbase looks like it got a base down here at 320, now heading to the north side there. Let me know if you guys made any money on Coinbase. It was a fun one.
Skin of my teeth is all I gotta say. And the only reason that I have the top here is because I took an entry on a break. I was taking breaks just like Sean, opening print, and then of course a break at 400. But I took the 425 break and just immediately offered everything I had out, just gone. And then once you're out of this trade, it was just almost shell shocked to not catch a bit of a reversal there. This is not the only thing moving. I know we're going to talk about it. It seems like a bit of a bottom got put in at 305 here, so 310 I should say. Double bottom at 310, and maybe it's clawing its way back up. I'd like to see what happens at that 340 even when it gets there, and certainly 350, 360. Every even dollar is going to be an interesting one to be sure. But I also want to look. We have to get to what else is moving in the markets because there's only 40 minutes to go to that close. And other things headed to the downside. NIO, look, Neo, guys, I'm going to move to a 3-minute chart. I know on Coinbase, I'll show you a 1 minute because there's no other data. But on the 3-minute here, you're going to see Neo getting absolutely crushed. Similar double bottom, falling down with the market, right? So puts in a higher low, right off that 36.80, holds that low, then get back in. Once I see the double bottom, I get in on a 37. Actually, add a couple of times when it sort of consolidates there. I've already scalped a quarter of the position off for 10%, for 10 cents. I'll take some more off in the 25 to 30 range. If you can get back to VWAP, fantastic. I'm not saying these things are all following with Coinbase, but when the market created at the bottom and found a bit of a bottom, Coinbase happened to as well.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Share this, like it, do everything you can. Let's get as many people watching this closing show as possible. Right now, only 11 or 1,200. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get it going. That's Coinbase. We just talked about that. We could keep going on that literally forever because that's what we do. Smash my face. That like is just okay. This is what's happened. We talked about it early. I don't have a sticky note for you for the afternoon show, but we do love this 38.50 level. I can't. Sorry, 308.50. But on that NASDAQ move down, very impressed. I mean, forget about that. We just ticked down to this side. Let's zoom this up a little bit. I'm impressed with this hold here at 302.70, even though it didn't. It went down to 302, but that was during this kind of Puke City here on NASDAQ. You can see what's happened. Down, down, down. Now we rebound up to the upside here. I don't want to short Facebook. I wonder what the NASDAQ's going to do here into the close. So instead of that, I'm going to try to get long here, 302.60, something like that in here on Facebook. I just want to see about this bottom. I mean, sure, we can wick down to 302.50 and then ultimately 302. But this for me, if we can get a spot in here, 302.50, 302.60, something like that on Facebook, just in case we do get that rally back here, then I like that for a long. I think it's worth $1, and then our downside risk is only 302. So for me, this Facebook trade will hopefully pair out to be a good one if the market does continue to rally. Look, a 304 break is great, but I'm going to put some low bids here, see if we can't fish for some longs on Facebook.
Yeah, and fishing for a break still at 340 on Coinbase. We'll keep you up to date on what the price movement there. But off the bottom, it's not even like a 10% yet off that bottom. It's 341 is going to be that key, and I like 10% off the bottom. That's why I like a 340. But I'm looking at C3 AI right now, guys, and it's looking very, very pullback-ish. Whatever, it's in the midst of a pullback. I like this sort of 70 area. If it pushes into this top, I tried shorting this in the morning show, guys, when it made that press in, and we had one good look when it tested off 70, and I was able to catch a short at 69 on the way back in, and then got the absolute bottom. It's just gotten to that same bottom here at 68, so I like the breakdown trade there. First things first, if it can bounce back into the 70s, if I like that one time before, I'll take the same exact fade. I love it when history repeats itself and you get a chance at the close to initiate something that worked at the open. So Coinbase, couldn't get through that 340 on the way back. So that bounce off the bottom, that double bottom, still has yet to make 10% back. And it's well off that 381 open price. So not exactly the best debut in the world for it. Of course, if for any of those early investors, they're certainly very happy and they're dumping their shares. But I'm watching C3 AI, look in 68 break. This is actually 67.90 technically, so we'll wait for that to extra 10 pennies or so. And if we pop into 70, I'll fade off that level.
We talked about JP Morgan here on the early sticky note, and unfortunately, there it is, 152, and you're down to 151 right now on JPM. So, we're flat on this stock today. It's actually funny how much it really didn't move for me at all. So we will have to wait to see what happens with JP Morgan now. But yeah, didn't move too much. Breaking back down below was a key one. Breaking that 152 wasn't much. It was more this area here once you broke VWAP of about 152.75, like that would be something there. We talked about being a little concerned about the banks right now, and I am concerned about them, and I'd rather just rotate out and maybe even get into some tech stocks. But one tech stock that just took a puke, you guys can see that today if you're trading it, is Palantir. We're done. I tried a 24, got a 24.10, got out on the 24 break. And again, I just preparing for the show. That 23.75 hold again, guys, on Palantir. Look at this. Here's the level. This is a 3-minute. I actually want a 20 period. Hold on a second here. We'll get that to you. We'll go to Brendan, and I'll come back with the charts that aren't loading for some reason.
All right, quiet day overall for pretty much everything outside of Coinbase. But just notice this one, guys. Zomedica. When we look at every now and then, ZOM up big time, 13%. It's done 150 million shares on the day. Coming into $1 today and held $1. We're back above it, obviously. I did see a couple of questions regarding Coinbase, though, if you want to touch on it, guys, about the prospectus overall as to what should happen now going forward. Do we like it tomorrow? Do we not like it again tomorrow? I mean, I was just watching it around that 350. It doesn't seem it can even hold a bid at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly going to be true. There's simply no way around saying how weak it has been. And this is the difference between that direct, sort of the direct listing and the IPO, right? There's no underwriters defending prices like you had on Facebook where they were literally defending their honor, not letting it go through that issue price. The reference price, it doesn't really make a difference here, guys. This is what no new shares coming in and all the existing shares having the opportunity to come in and sell is going to mean, because it's still profitable. For almost everybody. Now, there was that 340 area that I think people were sort of saying in the last couple of months, that's basically going to be a break even. And that's why I really thought when it made that 300 bottom that we just made, like 20, 30 minutes ago, we'd get a secondary push through 340. If this low gets taken out, I certainly wouldn't be considering any kind of a swing. But if you actually get a hold of this bottom, there is that chance, that if you get a decent price or you like the risk to reward, you can start thinking about, okay, well, maybe you have like a bit of an overnight swing, 310, 315. Again, it would have to roll over and hold 310 again, but and then hold that to see if you can't get back to that 380, which seemingly unlikely in the next 35 minutes or so. I'll try my hand scalping a 340 break, if only because that's 10% off the bottom here, and we've already resisted it once. Otherwise, I'm holding on to a neo long, which is starting to go in the money for me. That caught a bit of a bid as the market bounced, as Coinbase also bounced there. So hopefully that's going to work for me. I don't have any short ideas just yet, but then Brennan went and said ZOM. So I'm going to have to take a look at that after this Coinbase tests this 340 one more time.
Yeah, we'll look at that ZOM. Yeah, I mean, I'm super interested in Coinbase as well, but we're just going to look at something else quickly for you guys here. Look at this. So this is BTC, right? You're down to 62,000. So, like, I didn't understand the relationship between like Coinbase and Bitcoin price, like what that would really mean. I thought it would be more of an effect on Coinbase rather than on Bitcoin. But this is right when Coinbase came out. What I said, 125. So look at this start. I mean, we get up to 63.70, and then it's just basically as Coinbase has fallen off here, you get the same thing happening to BTC. So again, I don't understand the relationship with that because I would have thought that the more crypto moves, just the better it is for Coinbase, more people trading it. But I guess they have Coinbase Pro for pro accounts. But here we go. I like this break. 62.5 is what I'm getting at here. If this comes back in, if you like the Coinbase long, then you should like Bitcoin long if this relationship's going to be what it is. So 62.5 there on BTC. I don't have any positions right now. I'm looking at Palantir to the downside. You guys got to cut that. What's up, Brendan?
JP Morgan, guys, just a heads up. We had the banks, obviously, reporting earnings today. Some other things to talk about as well. JP Morgan, day lows as we speak here on volume, now down 2%, guys.
Tell me, JP Morgan.
Yeah, I just want to, we'll update and we'll go with a bit of a power up there because while I did miss the 340, shout out if anyone got that, Phil, rolling records. I see you in there saying it's bonkers. You couldn't even catch a break at 340, right up to like 345 on Coinbase, but we did already have the 37 long. It's trying to, this is NEO I'm talking about now, guys. It's trying to get right back up to at least this like 340, 350. I do feel like, just looking over at Tesla for a quick second, because I like to look at both at the same time. What's that ridiculous wick that I'm seeing down there? No, we did not print 700s. Give me a break. But Tesla's trying to get back above what was this little bottom when Coinbase made its bottom, around its bottom, 740. Can't seem to break it. If we catch the break in Tesla, I think we got a real chance to push through on NIO here, guys. So I'm still holding on to just over half the position on that 37 long. It showed you the double bottom on NIO. Tesla's trying to make a break here at 740. I think we can get this one to at least back to VWAP. That'd be happy for me. And if it breaks the quarters, I'll take a little bit off, just a pair. Got to take profit. Time is against you when you're making these trades. We are day trading. I can't hold this NEO position overnight, no matter how much I may or may not like it. I'm flat at the end of the day at 4 o'clock, so I have to consider taking profit where it lies.
Yeah, some of you guys have been asking for like some possible swing trades and some different ideas for this evening show. And what about this one? Like, why is Square down? I'm going to write this down. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow morning at 8:30 when we come back live for you. But like, why is Square down 5% today? I don't know. I guess it's the NASDAQ down 1%, maybe Square down 5%. That there is a strong relationship, obviously. As NASDAQ goes up, Square just keeps on ripping. So this, to me, doesn't really make too much sense again. You had Coinbase IPO right around, when the market started dipping. So again, more money coming out of names and then into Coinbase. Well, I've talked about that, and I think the high flyers get hit on days like today. I've seen it numerous times over and over again. So this is no surprise to me that Square is down today. But with that being said, I mean, like, here's the daily chart. It's not back that far. We were ripped from 210 in the last couple weeks up to 280, which is that all-time high. So there was nothing wrong with getting some out of the market there. But right now, Square's struggling. So if we zoom in a little bit here, this is a 1-minute chart. The bottom's 257. It's been a huge comeback. And I like a 262 break. I don't know if this is going to happen in the next half hour. Remember, we have to be flat at the end of every single day. So please keep that in consideration, guys. What's up, Brendan?
More questions, guys, on Coinbase. A lot of people talking about the size of the spread when it comes to bid versus ask. At some points on the way down specifically, it would open up to as much as $2. At other points, 15, 20 cents seem to be about the norm. A lot of people wondering just about the spread in the stock, guys.
So look, I mean, I'll tell you this, above 380, right? So above 380, you were catching just about every single fill when it would break a level. And with the exception of, I actually tried a long at 325 here, with the exception of this like 325 where I was able to get in right in front of the level, I got out with less than 20, it was like 25 cents, I think, I took of a hit, which is ridiculous given the fact that now when I open it up and I try to take 340, the second it broke, I was crossed up 50 pennies or so, which was more than good enough on the way up. And when we took it off of the open, all those breakouts, 400, even the 425, same thing. I got like 425.21 or something like that. Is a fantastic fill. Suddenly, it's opening, and it was 341.49. I think I saw a price like that initially on that bid. So it's really opening itself up. It's dangerous if you're shorting it. You're obviously making money all day long here, but if you're using a stop on a break at 340, you're paying an extra couple of dollars there, and it's been only widening up ever since that big flush. So around that 380, above the issue price, it was a little bit more normal. Certainly liquidity was, I'd say, pretty solid, all things considered. And then once we got into this phase where things got absolutely ham, and this is about as ugly as it's going to get. I saw a bid at 375 and took off a 380 break, which there's no aging of that's going to be less embarrassing than taking that trade off. But anyways, once 360 broke, I'm seeing spreads of like well over $1 when you get those level breaks. It doesn't mean you don't try to hunt for some of those positions, because had I gotten 340, it would have been boom, in and out, free money. But I'm not going to chase it up too far. Not with the weakness that it's been showing. Like, it just sold off $10 on that failed 340 break. That's people running to the exits, trying to pick a bottom here. And I don't know if I want to be jumping in front of the bid on the bottom. I did it one time, and it didn't feel good at 325. I'm happy to have lost less than $1 on the trade, because certainly if I got stubborn, yuck is the only word that comes to mind.
Yeah, so I'm going to get ready here. Yuck is right. We're going to get ready here. I mean, I just shorted Square. We're 45 cents now in the money. I went short off 260. I saw what you guys were saying, and I agree. Now Square, not the only place that you can invest or look to buy coin. It doesn't matter. Coinbase has been around for a while, so I don't necessarily buy the theory exactly, but I do get the idea that money coming out of Square, it's an older name, into the new name of Coinbase, so I could definitely see this coming down. We were just short, well, I am short right now, 93s. We just ticked down to 40s there, so that was a 50-cent win. Should have took that. Let's wait to see here. 259.23 or so, we can get that. Look at the NASDAQ. I zoomed out a little bit too much. NASDAQ trying to come back in, so here we go. A nice win to start here. Yes, sir. We'll take this one, man. A nice one here. 50 cents now on Square, let's see if it can go into the gates of hell and how low this one wants to go. I'm going to get it off now. I'm happy with this. If we could take this right now, we'll take that. 259.20. Let's see if we can get a bid going here on Square.
Phrasing, no, just kidding. I said we get to ZOM, and we're going to look at ZOM here, just because look at the top. 120. Are you kidding me? Go back to the 12th. Go back to the 12th. You're going to see this like big rollover at 120. That's where you get the test, and eventually, when it gaps down, you get the test of $1 and the break of $1. You also had a bit of a bottom here in the 7th at 120. So always look to these. I'm always all over these for a short trade usually, but I did miss out on this. That's what Brendan is here for. He's always going to remind us what is moving. If it makes another test at that high, we're in that point of the day where if I get a shot to sort of take a trade off a high like that, and I can risk like a couple of cents, I'm gonna put some 17s and 18s out there. If 120 breaks, I'm gonna try and scalp that one for a bit of a winner. So there's plenty of liquidity. It does a lot of volume. There's no way you can't get out at the top. If you can't get out at the top, it means you didn't try. So I'm going to see if I can't get an offer in that 17-18 range and reversal alongside on ZOM if it breaks 120. Brendan?
Another earnings name from today's trade, guys. Bed Bath & Beyond. We were talking about this 24 down here this morning. Ends up being the level, ends up holding. We just pulled into 24.5 and held. It's trying to get back to 25. Overall, still negative, huge on the day, but trying to hold higher, guys, for BBBY.
BBBY. Okay, I'm just making sure that my orders are properly priced out here, and it looks like they are. Okay, we just took another short there on Square. So right now, 259.79. The NASDAQ's now bouncing. We did not capture any profits there. It did not go into the gates of hell. It actually went the other way. It's going into heaven right now, it seems like. 260.75, like right around here, we're going to get out. And this one could be a loser for us. NASDAQ now bumping higher. Wasn't expecting that. But now it looks like it wants to go. So there's still imbalances to come. I'm flat. I'm short at 89, or I'm short at 86. So now we're in the money. But let's just wait to see. I do have a bid here now to get out of a little bit of Square, just in case it continues to want to go up. But I'm happy holding this. I do understand what the risk is with Square. This thing could take off. There's no doubt about that. But right now, even the spread, look, it's 20 cents, not good. But this downside is 36. Let's put an order rate around there. If we can capture 50 cents on the first half, we'll do that. What's up, B?
Do you want to have a look at Bitcoin, guys? Some people talking about Bitcoin just actually cracked through 61.5. So pretty big move down here for BTC, guys.
Oh. Yeah, we can have. I mean, I can have a look. We just talked about that. I think that Bitcoin does have some strength here at some point. We'll zoom out as far as we can. I mean, we weren't even around 60 for a while. If we go to, let's just call this. I mean, I don't want to do a daily chart. Let's go hourly chart here. This is the area 60. Like, I'm not worried about Bitcoin until we get into that level, right? Like 60. I mean, this top a couple times. We're right there right now, 61.2, something like that. But not worried about Bitcoin yet. It's still got a lot to go. Today was a monumental day in the market for crypto. Everything mooned. Bitcoin mooned, got to all-time highs. Ethereum, same thing. Dogecoin, same thing. Ripple, same thing. My Cardano, same thing. So I just think you got to let Bitcoin settle down. I'm not taking today meaning anything for any BTC investments or anything like that. I just keep buying dips.
I would say this, and we tried to talk about this in the morning show. No, not try. We did talk about this in the morning show where money might come out of it. And look, I've been as big of a proponent of Silvergate as I guess anybody, but it's not that anything is ever sort of obvious, but just in terms of taking any kind of profit off here. Look, you're going to see we're basically at 61,000. That's not that big of a pullback. But look what happened to Silvergate on Coinbase's weakness and on Bitcoin coming back and rolling over a little bit. You're just breaking the 50 period. You're back down around that 140 range, guys. So this is what we sort of talked about. Now I got to go back over to NIO. I really thought that we getting into some ZOM short. I thought maybe that NEO was going to make that little bit of a bottom and break back to the upside. It couldn't get past 37.20. We're now retesting the low of the day. That'd be 36.80. We just retaken 37. So looks like the market is still kind of heading down. Coinbase has wrecked some of it.
Yeah, and what we're doing right now, the bears are out. Here we come. This is me taking a jet down, and it's going to be a crash landing for Square because there it is, man. Believe in your, in your theories. There it is, short, short, short. 3 times the charm on this one, guys. That's cash 50 cents. That's cash $1. Now we'll wait to see how far we go. 260.17. I mean, there it is. We talked about the NASDAQ coming down. We want to reward ourselves. So 1, 2, 3 times in. 1 out, another out, and now we'll wait to see how far does Square want to go to the downside. I think a lot more, so we'll wait to see if that comes through. I don't even really have any bids here. We've already cashed in. Now we're waiting on this trade. So, hey, if we take out 260.50, then Bob's your uncle and I'll get out of that one. But for right now, I'm going to hold this until this 260.50 area, which is right down here. We were giving it a little bit more love, but I just want to make sure that we can cash this in. I may just get out now, but I do think that if this market does crash, we do have a hell of a lot more to come on the downside. Brendo.
Yeah, the rest of these crypto-related stocks rolling over big time as well. This one we mentioned in the morning, BTBT, back below 14.5, tried to hold it, failed again here. We're heading back to day lows, it looks like now down. Pretty impressive move, top to bottom here, 6.5% for BTBT, guys.
And just gonna go back to C3AI, it's actually up 10% on the day, and it did catch a big time move off the open here. Wish I could have had it, but I just got the fill to the first order position on the short. We take 69, we'll get like 69.30 area here. You see a consolidation. I do like that 70.50. I do like that VWAP area, but as I see the market heading towards those lows, and I kind of have this bounce stalling out, I still like the notion of that break of the low, that 69, so that's 67.90 there. That's a Freudian slip if there was any. It's worth noting that when I had this short down here, the best out was going to be 67.75, so maybe even give it a little bit extra room if it ever breaks that 68. Call it 67.75, just making a bit of a mental note there. So if it goes down like $1 or so, I'll definitely scalp some out. I think there's a re-entry point if it takes out that floor from earlier in the session. Great day. Just feel like this is a situation where you could see some profit taking in C3AI because if you haven't paid attention what happened to it, Yeah, you got to think that at the bottom, there's some resistance when it tried to break through that recent high of 72.25. It failed and came right back through. So I could see some profit taking here before it eventually could actually be on a reverse breakout. So if it comes right back tomorrow and gives you any kind of an open above, or even maybe even a break of that level at that 72.5, that 73 even area, you got to think we're back in the march towards 80. But we're day trading it here. That means I'm shorted until we break above that 70.50.
Yeah, I just want to bring up something here. Silver15. Jillian, you're not learning from the best, you're learning from me, which is fine. Okay, yeah, we're back live. Fastest 45 minutes on YouTube. This is the question I wanted to address right here from my Twitter. How are you able to short coin? I will answer that on the show, but I also will respond to you, Silver1. But okay, so how we're able to short it is simple. It's Day Trade the World. We connect to the best brokers. We have the best option. I don't know about the best, but I mean, it seems like the best to me. We're able to short things almost at will. We do have to pay for them, but for some reason, Coinbase today was only 4 cents a share to short. So we put in the request, 1,000 shares, 100 shares is $4, 1,000 shares is $40. I mean, you get the huge move on Coinbase, period, well paying off. But that's just, I'll just letting you know that's how it works. We do have that option. This is not an IPO, remember, it's a direct listing. Very, very different rules for all of that. So that's how. Okay, Square now busting down again. This is $1 in the money. We're short at 260.17. It's the only position I have on. We're waiting for that position to come through. It did right there. We were initially looking for the long on Square, but thanks to your help and thanks to a little bit of reasoning, we decided to go short off this level, and it was right here. Kind of clear as day, top. We shorted a little early, then we got that. Now, here we go, man, Square. Now you can get into the gates of hell because you're sort of already there. So why not just continue that move to the downside? $1 plus in the money for Square. My favorite stock, Palantir, we're getting ready to buy right now. It's down here at this level again. We're down to 65. Let's see if it holds 50. There it is. So there's the long. You just saw me take it right there, right in front of you guys. So we're long 78 now on Palantir. We're going to start to build it. I tried this 10, got out when it broke. So that was a quick hit. But right now we'll try it again to the upside. We'll see if we can get back to 24. I don't know, like if we break 24, that's fantastic, but I do want to hold this, get along again down here, and then use 23.50 as my out. But for right now, there it goes, man. I mean, look at that, 5 cents right away in the money. You just got to pick your levels. Square continues, man. We are on that bear. Bang for Square, $1.50 in the money there. Valeria still, if you notice from the morning show, she's still wearing the sweater. It's still cold in here, I guess.
I don't know. I don't think it's that cold.
There she is. She'd rather be trading. There it is.
You better.
What's up, V? Yeah, you can't see her face. You can only see her face on the morning show. How about that? Join us tomorrow, and you will see Valeria live. Bye-bye, Square. $1.50 in the money. Ciao.
Yeah, fire it up. Yeah, certainly check out that morning show. But you're going to be watching some Coinbase here. It is continuing to show weakness. I'm now thinking about some shorts again. If 320 goes down, I forget about the break up. I'll look at a breakdown trade. I did get that C3AI. It's trying to break 69. So, I mean, that's not a stock that I'm going to scalp for 20 or 30 cents. I need to get at least 50 on the first leg, and then we're looking for $1 to $1.50 before it reaches that bottom. But I'm now I wasn't going to do it before, but I'm now looking at a 320 break on Coinbase. And then the only other position that's going to be of concern, because I didn't get into ZOM, and I don't want to chase it too far for the short side trade, is going to be that NIO. Can't seem to make any kind of a base here. Now you're pressing into fresh lows. The market is pressing to the downside here. I just talked about thinking about a Coinbase short. If you break that 80, I'm going to take this one off. I thought we'd have a chance to go, but we made money on the first half, and there's no way I'm going to hold the second half through the low of the day when I'm actually planning on AI short, looking to short ZOM, and looking to get into some Coinbase to the south side. Don't know that I need to be holding NEO in that particular case.
Yeah, no, don't do that. And I was just telling Valeria that I love that Sean's Trades brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right. Yeah, we know that song. Okay, there it is. And you want to come to the yard, then you better be willing to walk on water, because there it is. There is the trade right there. I don't know if it's the trade of the afternoon. I've just been focusing on this one, but there it is. Bang, bang, bang. That's $1. What is that? That's $258.25 off of $260.19. That's a $2 winner. So hell yeah, we'll just keep on going like the whiz, and it just keeps on coming down. Make sure that you guys hydrate, stay healthy, Stay live. We're back, man. I mean, the fastest 45 minutes. Like, now we only have 17 minutes left, Neil. Like, this is ridiculous. We keep on trading, and we keep on making that cash. I just want you guys to learn. Big trade there on Square. What up, Square?
Yeah, I mean, just keep in mind, imbalances might come out. I don't think it's going to matter too much. I'm going to be watching some of the bigger movers here. I am watching Tesla as well because that continues to roll over. I should have said this. And again, a lot of things are happening at the same time. The other reason why I want to take out this Neo, not even try to hold it through that low of the day, is Tesla already broke through to that downside. So remember we talked about that 740. If Tesla could go 740, that was the reason why I wanted to hold through a Neo. You break the low here, it's like no chance, no moss. If Tesla was holding out, maybe I'd give it some room on NIO, but this is all kinds of weakness, now pushing down to like 725. So this is why the market's going to continue to fall. That's why I take a look a bit of a fade in Coinbase. And of course, I should have just immediately, I should have not cared where ZOM was. I should have just shorted at the first available price that I got. Instead, I was actually trying to be somewhat disciplined on the rollover. You're going to see ZOM is going without me, which I hate it when that happens. That 120 level is such a good one, but I can't chase too far. Now 15 minutes to go, and would have to be out of the position by end of the day. The risk reward's not going to be there unless it gives me the price that I want. I'll be fortunate that Neo just held the low of the day, but I don't know that that's going to last very long, guys. It just feels like it's going to be too weak. And Brendan mentioned Bed Bath & Beyond. I wanted to quickly show you guys what it was trying to do. If my chart will load here. Let's go. There we go. It's trying to hold VWAP here, 24.50. I mean, the stock is down 12%. Look, it's short sell restricted, so while I get a fill if it breaks a low, we'll have to try and see. Earnings were not exactly a good look, especially when it came to guidance. Not particularly good, not particularly forward thinking, and not actually, to be perfectly honest, it sucked. I was trying to be nice about it, but it sucked. The guidance wasn't very good at all. I'm looking 24.40 breakdown. I'm not going to do anything but short this name. Even if it bounces off VWAP, I'm not looking to go long at any point. I'm only looking to play into weakness at the close.
Yeah, Neil always trying to be polite.
I just didn't want to curse. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Well, you don't have to curse. Yeah, suck is fine. Okay, there it is. So we just took it out for, this is a 78. We got 84s and 83s there. We're right back. So that's 6-7 pennies, 5-6 pennies on Palantir, but we're looking for more. We just got out at 20% there, so whatever. Let's see if this one wants to continue to go to the high side right now. Is Palantir. Can't mix those two up. We just hammered that Square trade. And I mean, Square almost goes right up to the top of my board. What? Missing that? Right up to the top of my board there goes Square as that one comes all the way back down. We take that $2 winner and now it's back up. So really happy. Oh, I better cancel my stop order. I don't want to get filled up here. And wow, there it goes. Oh, big time movement down there in the NASDAQ. Got something for us, Brendo?
Well, no headlines right now, but I'll keep an eye on that. Just going to mention, yeah, we'll get imbalance data coming up in a couple of minutes, guys. We'll check out, obviously, Coin, see if there's anything going on. Heading into the close, Twitter, a couple of people talking about this one. On the daily chart, we stalled out at a significant level here. There's really no big headlines on this today, but coming back to day lows again for Twitter, guys.
How many charts are you going to see looking exactly like that with that little double bottom, day low? I mean, Neo, you just saw Twitter. Here's something that's the opposite. You mentioned this one, Sean, and Wells Fargo. Look, whatever. I had a good short on Wells Fargo in the morning. You're going to see what happens to my out, and I wanted a long break at 40. I did not get it. We're holding the top on Wells, which is fantastic for this stock. But you look at this 42.20, you look at the 42 right here. I just say roll over, please do. If it breaks the high, I think there's a momentum long, at least potential. With only 12 minutes to go, I take the trade that's in front of me, and that is a short in front of the high. It's just as simple as that. I'm going to have this almost every single chance I get, and I'm going to just grab it here. Just grab the 42s. Why even wait? I said, on ZOM, I waited for it. I was like, yeah, I can just offer 02s. And I was like, get the heck out of here. We just hit the 42. I like it to the high of the day. I mean, the risk to reward is sort of obvious if there's any kind of a pullback. Keep in mind, Wells Fargo trades on the New York exchange. It had earnings. There's a decent chance that there could even be an imbalance here. So if there was a buy imbalance of any actual size, I would just get out of the trade even if it wasn't at the high of the day. But that sort of goes without saying. 42.20 is going to be my out. See if it rolls. Coinbase holding. Range bound. If it breaks out of 20 to 40, I think I'd be interested. But if it's just going to sit in this tight range to the close, I'm not scalping Coinbase inside of a range with 10 minutes to go. Not my cup of tea.
No, I'm just looking right now to see if we can find some more opportunities. I'm not going to say this anymore because it doesn't matter, but like this is back-to-back days that we're at exponentially more than our goal for the day. So it doesn't matter because everybody has different goals, but I just want to let you guys know that we don't have a negative stock on board today. I mean, I'm negative on JP Morgan, but like we just made triple on Square what we lost on JP Morgan today. So that's that one, and we'll just continue to watch it. Coinbase, obviously, a huge part of my day. There's no doubt about that. This Coinbase is more than half of my net today on this play, and there's the beautiful short that I had, and there's not the beautiful out at 3. I mean, I thought I was doing pretty good, like 381, take $8, then take $20. Then, off this break, take another 17, and then we go short 84. We get filled at 80, so that's $4. Then we go short at the IPO price of 81. We take the first fill at 75, that's another $6. And then we take another out here at 60, which is another $20. So you add this all up, you're gonna see at the bottom, there it is, $90. It's right at the bottom there. That doesn't mean $90 per share. It's just on average what we took out of this one, all the way down if you add everything up. So to say that, it hasn't been a successful day. It's just that bottom, Jesus. Or sorry, that would have been bad down there, 310. You did have some breaking spots here as well that could have been cash. 350, it doesn't get much easier than that. A 350 break just tags downside. Forget about all these wicks. We do quote all the dark pools, so that's where you get that. The imbalances are now out. Let's have a quick look on New York here quickly, just to see what's going on. We have CNP, Otis. I don't see Coin because Coin is on NASDAQ. So if I can call it, NASDAQ is out right now as well. Where's Coin? I don't see it.
No, not till 55. I think we'll get there.
I thought it was 50.
I see nothing. I see nothing on the NASDAQ that's any big.
I don't either. MIK basically is it. And then there's Win as a buy, guys. So we can watch out for Win today.
I mean, if you were trading Discovery, there's a 900,000 selling balance on Discovery. You might care about that. Brendan?
Yeah, it is. I have data, guys. I'm not sure why you are lacking. I'm just trying to get down to COIN. There it is. Small buy right now. 24,000 shares on the buy side for Coin. So we'll keep an eye on that. 24,500. Nothing big, guys.
Yeah, that's not much of anything. We'll power it up for that AI. Like I just said in the chat, guys, and I didn't want to interrupt Sean there, but I tightened my stop up, and it's more of a function. The imbalances are coming out. It's getting to the end of the day. If it couldn't go, I'm not giving it to 750 at that late stage in the game. So tighten the stop. It goes for me anyways. I take 50 cents off when I really would have wanted like 70 to 80 on the first leg, and this is a function of time. If I had more time in the session, maybe I'd hold on for more, and I even have to get the rest out in front of 68. There's just no way around it. If I get only $1 on the second half of the trade, with 8 minutes to go, with the imbalances ready to come, with Coinbase right at that 320, it just bounced off it. So I said if it broke out, I was going to look for the stop short. It's like my order right there if it broke 320, and it bounced and turned on a dime. So it still can't get outside of this range. I'll take one crack at it through 320, and a big deal if it can hold that low. That'd be a great sign for it. NEO somehow hasn't broken the low of the day. I mean, I thought for sure that was going to be a loser. I might just take that off if it gives me a flat because it doesn't seem to be moving. It can't seem to break off the bottom. Tesla can barely break that 730 level, so I might as well get out. Brendan?
Halt alert here. PPD, a biotech, just went from 39 to 43.5. Halted volatility. So just checking on PPD, guys.
Yeah, just saying something in the chat there. You guys can check that out. Okay. Palantir's starting to really just not do anything. We have 7-8 minutes left. Nothing happening. I did want to check the imbalances one more time for you guys just to see if I see Palantir on here. I don't. Like sell, buy, sell, buy. I don't see Palantir. Wow, AbbVie with a nice little bid. Let's see what that's done since that's come out. Nothing. Okay. Yeah, nothing to see here. What up, Beep?
Okay, so this is buyout rumors, guys. Looks like they're nearing a deal. Thermo Fisher nearing a deal to buy PPD for $15 billion, according to the Wall Street Journal. So that's PPD on the NASDAQ again. $15 billion, Thermo Fisher, guys.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Did you, I guess it's halted now? PPD.
Yeah, it's on the halt. I mean, with the halt that late, I mean, it's likely to open back at 4 o'clock, I believe. Well, I mean, if it's news pending and not volatility. Was it news pending or volatility there, Brendan? I should check myself.
News.
Yeah, it's a buyout. So there is a buyout there. Looks like Thermo Fisher going to take them out. So $46 all the way upside. That's where it halted.
I didn't mean, is it news? Here's the key point: is whether it's a limit halt. It's a limit halt, which does mean it has a chance to only reopen at 4 o'clock. So I would watch out for that, guys. But it did halt at 347 here, so there's a decent chance it could wait till 4 o'clock to open back upside. But it had been a news halt. Even though the news is out, doesn't mean it's going to open up promptly.
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it will open up at all. Generally, I know the NYSE has to open up for one last print, so we'll wait to see on that one. And guys, the sound again. What's up, Brad?
Okay, so I see volatility here. We can show that if we can there, guys, real quick. Volatility there at 350, and then the news. Thermo Fisher again nearing deal to buy PPD for $15 billion, guys.
That's a big ass deal. AI, of course it does it, right? Like I'm sitting here, I just said, let me get the bid in front of that 68 level. I went to the teens. I'm sitting here at 68.18. I didn't sit at 68.01. Yeah, it just bounced off that. We're still in the midst of a rollover. I just had the Wells Fargo short, which is flat. It's not moving. I could take it off. C3AI is going to work out for me. Coinbase doesn't seem to want to make a breakout. I mean, obviously this is the kind of situation where if you're trading today, as a day trader, there's a good chance Coinbase is your number one stock, and that's where I wanted the focus to be for this show. But I can't force the trade on this stock. It's the end of the day. If it can't break to the downside, here's actually a pretty good sign for anyone that wanted to take a swing to the long. That's one thing that we talked about. It's getting too late in the day for me to take the breakout with only 5 minutes to go. So I'm going to sit in Wells Fargo. If it starts to roll over, fine. C3AI is going to work out for us here, and it's sort of worth noting. Just going back to another name here, and that's going to be Tesla. I know you're looking at Square here, Sean, but Tesla has been under a lot of pressure. I'd love to see whether this thing can actually hold that bottom as well. So can Tesla hold the bottom is going to be important. If it doesn't right here, I think we could see that 700 retracement, which the stock father was talking about this morning in our morning shows. Mark Roberts was talking about that 700 level. I guess it came a little faster than we thought, or could come a little faster than we thought.
Yeah, I mean, I said, again, yeah, same thing on the show this morning was like, look, markets, the money's going to come out of the market. We knew that with Coinbase. So to me, this is absolutely no surprise. And yeah, that's why I'm thinking for swing trades, you pick up stocks that are strong in the last little while, but have been weak today due to some of that. So to me, that's where you look at a Square. Sure, we shorted it and we cashed out and it was a monster trade for me, but I think you could pick some up for tomorrow. I think you could pick up, and again, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, next couple of days. I think you could pick up some NVIDIA down that 3% today. We just saw them take out the high right here with NVIDIA, so that's been a good one. Other than that, those are two names that come to my mind. I think Palantir is a no-no because today was demo day, so I think that there's some risk there. We did just take out Palantir. Whether or not it goes up or not, there's only 4 minutes left, so I just got out for flat there. We took a little bit of profit and then out, nothing happening. Check back in on Facebook. Again, the name that we wanted to short but just didn't get any levels. We were waiting for backup here, and we talked about that at the beginning of the show, waiting for this 304. Didn't come. We were waiting for a little bit higher than that. But that's a nice little move to the downside. And I think you could pick up some Facebook too on a possible rebound play. So there's a few names that I'm looking at. Going into tomorrow, JP Morgan would be one that I would sell. If you're looking to do any sort of damage on the sell side, I think JP Morgan can be sold off of a bad earnings. And those are my opinions for tomorrow's swing. We'll check it out when we open up. But again, I'm not super strong. I wonder if this Coinbase will sort of flow over to tomorrow and just continue the sell-off in the market, especially where Coinbase opens up. That's going to be pretty key. That's the one day, who cares? Coinbase, like Neil said, we've got to get above that 340 to be actionable.
Yeah, exactly. And with only 3 minutes to go, I mean, Bed Bath & Beyond does try to break the low. I thought maybe we could flush out with just a couple of minutes. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of momentum in this move here, guys. So again, if it breaks 24.50, breaks back above VWAP, we'll just get out of it. With 3 positions on, Wells Fargo doesn't want to go. C3AI is in the money, so I'm not too concerned about it, but yeah, maybe we can get a move here in Bed Bath & Beyond if 25 or 35 can break. But it does feel like Wells is going to hold this top. It's trying to turn. I'm just running out of time on these 3 shorts. One is in the money, so I don't care too much about it. But you got to pick and choose. And I'm just going to choose to get out of Wells Fargo and literally not care about 2 cents here. Because Bed Bath & Beyond, I feel like, has a little bit more room to run. If I can hold these as close to the close as possible without 24.50 breaking, without break even, or at least maybe even 69 breaking on C3AI. I want to see if we can hit some targets down. I'd say 24.20, 24 even on Bed Bath & Beyond, but seriously running out of time here, and it got to be flat by the end of the day. Brendan?
Quickly, vaccine name closing on day highs, but also all-time highs here for BioNTech, BNTX. Just broke that last line in the sand there. So all-time highs here for this one, guys.
That's a daily chart there, Brendo?
On the left here.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's just like not doing a whole hell of a lot, but we do have. I just want to bring up Coinbase because we're getting close to the end now.
Yeah.
BioNTech, Pfizer, good little move there. Obviously, off some of the unfortunate news, apparently with AstraZeneca and J&J, that there's a 0.00001 chance that you may get a blood clot, which is way higher or way lower than just birth control pills and things like that I've read. So those names getting good. Here we go, guys. Coinbase. Looking like that. Someone asked if they'll pay dividends. We don't know. I don't know what the corporate structure is. You got to look that up. Now that they're a public company, you'll be able to find all that information out. Whether or not they pay a dividend or not is irrelevant because this is moving a hell of a lot more than any sort of a dividend payment.
You don't want them to. You don't want them to pay a dividend. I don't think you want a growth stock like them. Like what you want them to do is they need to be adding to their issues. They need to be expanding, and that's sort of the trade-off. I'm not sure they're at that stage, anyways. Look, I'm taking Bed Bath & Beyond off. I'm not even waiting for it to break 24.50. 30 seconds left to go. I had to take 68.50, so only 75 cents on C3AI. It was a good short. Simply ran out of time for it to absolutely flush, Brennan.
20 seconds left. We got V on the bell today, so you're going to see that happen. We got 15 seconds to go. Nothing happening. Palantir going to the downside. A quick check on GameStop here for you guys. 166, a good level. She doesn't know when it's going to happen. Not yet, Valeria. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bring it.
There it is. She's got the mask on, so you can't, like I told you, you want to see the face. You got to come back tomorrow morning. Good show there. Thanks for ringing that bell, Miss V.
Yeah, she's out of here, just like that. There we go, guys. A look at how we wrap things up. 0.42 to the downside for the S&P. Yeah, the Dow positive. NASDAQ not so much, 1.35. Everything else relatively muted here. 1.7 to the downside for Bitcoin. Crude, big move, higher. Energy stocks were so strong today. 4.5%
really?
Gain for oil today. So got to look at some oil stocks maybe tomorrow. Obviously, we will look at Coinbase. Join us in the morning. We come back on, guys, at 8:30 in the morning. Make sure you're there.
All right, guys, for everybody here at Trader TV Live, good wrap up there, Brendan. Give a shot to the production crew. We love you guys. You guys are the best. What up to Rob and Lucas? There it is. Yeah. Hey. Oh, we got a what's up from Lucas there. That's a surprise, guys. For everybody here, obviously, I'm good friend Neil Roberts, Valeria beside us. Wait to see her tomorrow, and Mr. Brendan Wickens. Great show. We're tired, but we're back tomorrow
So much fun.
at 8:30, guys. See you then. Enjoy your evening. Ciao.
See you in the morning.